Hey everyone, this is Halo 3 collectible guide. First collectible is on the first mission, Sierra 117. So the first one is a skull. So when you get to that first area where you go across the first lot of brutes, just want to walk down this area, through these shrubs here, and then over these rocks, and it's just here on the ledge. Next one is in the final bit of the same mission. Um, when you get to the small, large building sort of area, you want to just go across the walkway on the right hand side of the bridge, jump up onto the roof, walk along the walkway up on the roof, and it will be tucked around at the very end of the walkway around the corner. Next one is on the mission Crow's Nest. So pretty much as soon as you start the mission, you want to turn around behind you, walk past the armory, which is where you need to go, and jump on top of the rack there, and then you want to crouch jump on top of that red beam. Once you're on top of the red beam, you can jump straight onto the pipe to your right, and the skull will be on your left, just down at the end of the pipe. Second skull on Crow's Nest is just after you come to a pipe-like tunnel where you got drones flying around. So you're going to want to kill the drones before you try and get this one, just because sometimes they do fly into you and push you off course when you're trying to drop down to it. So yeah, just kill all the drones. Once you've killed all the drones, you want to go to the ledge and slowly edge your way down, land there, walk down the pipe and grab the skull. Next collectible is on Savo Highway. So when you get to this section with the bridge and the pipe to your left, you want to jump out of your car, go across the pipe, climb up the first ladder, walk along the pipe, jump over the little yellow fence bit there, and with this one, if you jump down from the wrong bit, you die. So you just want to edge your way down onto this little bit, drop down, walk across here, and jump across there. And the skull's just sitting right in front of you. So next one's on the Storm. Um, with this one, you got to be careful not to kill either of the wraiths because they do make the skull respawn, spawn out. So if you drop down, grab a warthog, drive over to the big circle bit in the area, park the warthog to the left-hand side of the circle bit. I'm not sure what you'd call that. Jump on top of your car, and then you're going to want to crouch jump from your car on top of the building thing. There's a couple other ways you can do it. If you have multiple people, you can drive straight on into it. Have one person jump on top of the car and the other person jump on top of their head and then jump up. But yeah. Next skull is on Floodgate. This one is easier with multiple people as you need to shoot a flood before he jumps across the gap. So you want to pull out your BR, slowly edge forward until you hear a guy say something. But yeah, first try, I didn't get it. This one does take a few reverts to save. Here I get a lucky shot on his that's carrying the skull and he just drops it before he even jumps. There was another way that I managed to do it. If you throw a grenade at the right spot, so before you even get the checkpoint and before you even see him, if you bounce the grenade off the wall there and bounce it around the corner, you can blow it off the edge, but This one does rely on a bit more luck. Next, we have terminal on the Ark. So you come into this hallway where you got a door on the left. If you just go through it, the terminal's on the right there on the wall. Next, you got a skull on the Ark. So after you get the Prowler, you'll come to this bit where you got to drop down a ledge that you won't be able to get back up. So if you turn left there, you do need to come down this way eventually. But you come to this bit with the building type thing above you. So you just want to keep going, and then just after the struts end, come to this rock, jump out of your vehicle, and you want to jump up here, jump onto the building, and then it's in the third strut, so that one right there. I have tried sniping it down to make it easier, but that doesn't help. With this one, you're also going to need deployable cover or multiple people. You can get the deployable cover from the first bit where you get the Prowler. So you just want to chuck it down. It doesn't really matter where, as long as it stays on the building. Jump onto the deployable cover, and then crouch jump from the deployable cover up into the alcove type bit. Alright, next you go to terminal. This one's pretty easy to walk past just because it's right next to where you need to go. Most of the terminals are pretty much in your path anyway. There's like one or two that you need to go out of your way to get to. But yeah, so once you get to this bit where you need to ditch the tank, Guilty Spark will open a couple doors for you. So you get to a bit where you need to jump out of the tank so you can activate a bridge so that the tanks can get across. So you just want to wait for them to open the door here. So the terminal is just on the right here. For me, it didn't actually open until after I activated the bridge. So you go over here, activate the bridge for the Scorpions, go back and grab the terminal. So before you get the second skull on the Ark, just after defeating the Scarab, where you got this little building in the center of the area, you just want to go in there and grab a grav lift, just because you're going to need it to get to the next skull. Next terminal, so when you get inside the big building, there'll be a big ramp. If you go down the ramp, turn right, go through the door, it'll be just behind you, under the ramp. For the skull, once you get into this big hallway with the glass floor and the ramp, you just want to chuck the grav lift down, jump just before you hit the grav lift, and try and land in the top alcove bit. This is easy with multiple people carrying multiple grav lifts, otherwise you're going to need to revert a couple times. I got it second try there, but yeah, the skull's all the way up there. Next is on the Covenant. The first terminal is in the first building. Once you get inside, it's just across the elevator. Next, you got a skull and terminal pretty much right next to each other. So once you grab the Hornet, you want to fly over to the second building, which is the one where the elites just came from. They'll tell you that you don't need to land there, but you want to land anyway. So you just want to land your Hornet somewhere where you can actually get back into it, otherwise you're going to need a revert save. So the skull, if you turn left and go up this walkway here, the skull will be just at the end of the walkway. And then for the terminal, if you just turn around, go inside the building, turn left, and then it will be just here against the wall. Next, you got the third terminal on this mission. It's in the third building. It's pretty much the same place as the first terminal. Next, you got a skull. This one takes a bit of time. It's probably one of the easiest to get, but it does take a bit of time. So what you need to do is you need to jump through the rings in the right order. I'll put the order on the screen, but so the rings go 1 through 7, 7 being at the end where the profit is, 1 being at the end where you started. Number 4 is in the very middle. It's easy to identify if you get lost, if you lose track of which one's which, because it's red, because it sort of looks like it's still under construction. But yeah, I'll put the combination on the screen for you. And if you, with this one, you want to do it after you meet the prophet, and after you kill all the flood in the area. Otherwise, it may take you a bit longer trying to jump through them. So yeah. Anyway, the combination is 465 4534. This one is usually best to do by yourself, just because multiple people doing it can stuff up the order. Once you got them all, it's pretty obvious that you've got the combination right, because all the rings start to sort of glow. You can't actually see this glow if you're doing it in split screen, on the 360 version anyway. Haven't checked it in Master Chief Collection yet. I'll let you know as soon as I know. Yeah, so there you go, got the last one, so the rings start glowing. So you just want to head over to where the prophet was, and the skull will be just sitting just before the light bridge that leads to where he sort of control room type of area is. Next skull is on Cortana. With this one, you will come to a big room that's filled with enemies, and Cortana would say at some stage while you're in the room, "Do you like playing games?" So once you hear that, you know you're in the right room. So it'll be against this up on the roof there, but to get up, you need to sort of do a bit of skilled platforming. This one I hate the most. Took me the longest to get. Just because you fall down quite a bit if you jump at the wrong spot. So you always want to crouch jump when you do it, and if you jump at the wrong bit, it's gonna like sort of push you off back down to the bottom. So you just want to make sure you jump at the right spots. Then you'll get on this tentacle type bit, walk along that onto the roof, and the skull will be just sitting there waiting for you. Okay, so we're up to the last terminal and skull. Pretty much as soon as you start the last mission, you want to just hug the right wall here. What I mean by that is just stick to it, because it will lead you to both the skull and the terminal. So first, the skull is just around this corner down the tunnel here. So there's the last skull. So once you've got the skull, just turn around, head back down, still follow the wall. And then when you get to this bit with the struts, just before this, you drop down, turn right here, go up here, and if you go into this hidden building here, turn left, and then the terminal's right there. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you. I'll be doing more Master Chief Collection coverage. I'll be doing Halo 1, 2, and 4 Skull and Terminal guides. Yeah.